Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not
We will bring the jury.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy, do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
Got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
All rise. Court is now in session.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their courtroom.
The fireworks are not done.
Now we're getting commentary on the case. Anglican boys, Verbus Latino. I didn't ask you to interrupt.
Is that correct? Literally not true.
Oh, for Trump's sake.
Welcome back to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. Good afternoon to y'all. Especially good afternoon to Loves True Crimes. Loves True Crimes. Hope you also love doing IT support, because you are the winner. Everything I peer-related worldwide is your responsibility. So, there you go. Congratulations. Good luck with that. It's off my plate and onto yours. So, happy to give that to you. All right. How was your lunch, everybody? Nobody had any lettuce, right? No lettuce and jalapenos. That's all. Pretty much, you can't eat any Mexican food for the rest of the summer. Kurt said I had a salad. You're a brave man. Brave man. Oh, man. All right. Let's see. Josh has assigned me homework already. All right. We're gonna go back to where we were earlier today. Judge Simmons, just one second. Judge Simmons? Not George Simmons. Judge. I was pretty clear when I said that, right? Judge Simmons? That was better. All right, let's go there and rewind just a smidge to where jury selection, I think jury selection's over. They're doing opening statements. I think it starts right here. They took their lunch break. Then the judge came in. I think it was right here. Hang on just one second. Let's see if this works. Skip ahead. This is jury instructions. Lots of jury instructions. They continue. We're skipping those. Good. Kurt, I hope your salad was good. Hope it doesn't come back and haunt you. All right. Waiting for audio. Still no audio. Still no audio. Am I doing something wrong here? You guys hear and I can't? Nope, still no audio. I think it's going to be opening statements is when we get audio. Which Josh probably already told me, but...
Can you think about...
There we go, we got it. This is a sister v. sister trial, is what we're hearing. So let's... There we go. It'll start here in just a second. Sister v. sister...
What if I told you that our only job today is just to show up?
Somebody's not doing their job.
You think somebody's not doing their job?
This is still jury selection.
Well, again, if all we do today is sit at the defense table, that means that the burden of proof has shifted from the people over to defense?
I'd say yeah.
The attitude you were saying about not doing anything, like you don't care.
Your attitude's like you don't care.
What would that look like to you? What would the concern?
Okay, that jury selection is going off the rails. Let's skip ahead though and see if we can get to court itself.
The stand.
You can continue.
To be able to be fair and impartial based on your understanding of the law.
Still seating a jury. Give them a minute. They're going to get everyone together.
What did you say?
And even if you're
Still seating the jury.
Really mad at me. You can tell she's mad. And she says, Ross, let's.
Does somebody have the timestamp of when this starts?
You're not sure? Why do you say that?
You know, it depends on the whole case and what's coming down. I mean, it all
Okay.
depends.
Okay. Well, I think what I really mean is, would you be able to evaluate all of the evidence and be fair and impartial and follow what the judge says the rules are? And that's the first time they're getting statements from people.
Okay, now we've got a break. That was the break. Jury selection's over. Now I think we start
Testimony you believe you should rely on.
with the jury instructions and then opening statements. Okay, I found it. Never mind, we're good.
Caution you again to avoid reaching conclusions that may have been unintentionally influenced by stereotypes. You must reach your own conclusions about this case individually, but you should do so only after listening to and considering the opinions of the other jurors who may have different backgrounds and perspectives than yours. Your opening statement.
Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for sitting through jury selection. I know it's sort of a tedious process, but it's important. It helps
They're trying not to show
have
the
a fair
jury.
trial, helps the defense have a fair trial. So thank you for that. Thank you for getting us through the whole day today. This case, it's an assault case. The victim of the assault is the defendant's sister. And you're going to hear testimony from the defendant's sister, and she is going to tell you about how this stemmed from her making an accusation against the defendant's then husband. And we'll let her tell you about that. And she's going to tell you about how one day in June of 2025, she was at home where she was with her mother, and the defendant shows up with their other sister. And our victim, Carliana, she looks out the window and she sees her other sister, Tella, in the window. Opens the door for her, not realizing the defendant is there as well. And then the defendant barged in and just starts swinging on it and commits an assault. And she'll tell you about the details of this assault. And you're going to hear from her friend Brianna, who was also present, who came in and saw the tail end of it. You're going to hear about how Carliana's dad broke it up and how it was quick. Shortly after this started, the defendant left along with Tella. They both left. And you're going to hear about how it took them a lot of effort to get help from the police. They had to call the police multiple times, had to go to the police station. And eventually a police officer did come, and you're going to see pictures that the police took of some marks that were left on Carliana, including bruise on her leg, scraping on her knee, and a little cut on her forehead. And you are going to see videos as well. They don't capture the actual assault. It's like a ring camera, one of those porch cameras. You're going to see the defendant and her sister, her other sister, Tella, showing up at the house. You're going to see the defendant letting herself in. And then you're going to see another video that's just a couple minutes later of the two of them meet. And I had listed off 4 possible witnesses that we might call. This one we're only going to call 2 of them. We're going to call Carliana, we're going to call Brianna. And remember that we're not in one of those TV shows where people crank out witnesses for weeks with scientists and various detectives and DNA and fingerprints and all that stuff. Sometimes it's a little simpler than that. So I don't want you to get hung up on the quantity of evidence, because I submit to you that the evidence you are going to see is going to prove the elements of these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. And ultimately, what this is going to come down to is one word: credibility. You are going to hear testimony from 2 witnesses who are right there, and you're going to have to ask yourself, do I believe they came here and told the truth? And I'm going to want you to keep that in mind while we're going through this. And let's flip it. Let's look at the inverse. Why would they lie? Why would they report this crime falsely to the police and then come to court, put their hand up and say, I swear I'll if there's going to tell the truth and then lie? Keep that in mind while this trial goes on. And I expect that you're going to hear attacks on the police work done with this case. And I don't represent the Lansing Police Department, I represent the people of the state of Michigan. And when this is going on, I want you to focus on what matters, the elements of this offense, and on the evidence that you do present. You don't get caught up on tangential issues, on side issues that don't actually take away from the strength of the evidence that you're going to see.
Did he say tangential issues?
That when you've heard the testimony from our witnesses and when you've seen the exhibits,
it's a good word.
You've seen how the exhibits corroborate the testimony, that you are going to be firmly convinced of the defendant's guilt. And I do believe that you are going to come back to the verdict of guilt.
He's speaking into existence. You will come back with the verdict of guilty. He doesn't ask them. He tells them.
Members of the jury, I too thank you for your service today. As Mr. Martinez mentioned, without you, we can't do this process. So thank you. My name is Jessica Straub, as I've mentioned, and my co-counsel is Mr. Torrance Chenault. We represent Ms. Rhonda Wade. This case is about an accusation between two sisters. The complaining witness, Ms. Carliana Bowers, has accused her sister, Ms. Wade, of assault and battery, but accusations are not evidence. Okay. This case, and in this case, we'll ask you today just to look carefully at the evidence. Okay. I don't want to necessarily influence your eyes. I just want you to have fair and impartial eyes. And I want you to look for evidence. Okay. At the end of this trial, the judge will instruct you that Ms. Wade is presumed innocent. We talked at length about that during jury selection. Okay. That presumption stays with her unless and until the prosecution proves every required element beyond a reasonable doubt. Ms. Wade doesn't have to prove anything. Okay? She doesn't have to do anything today but be here. The burden remains entirely on the prosecution. Again, I ask you to look at and for the evidence. The prosecution may ask you to focus on things that are not necessarily germane to this case. Okay, they may want you to focus on the fact that these are sisters and that emotions were involved. But emotion is not proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Family conflict is not proof beyond a reasonable doubt. A delayed statement that and is contradicted by another witness is not proof beyond a reasonable doubt. You will be asked to judge credibility. That means looking at consistency, at timing, motive, opportunity to observe, and whether the testimony fits with the other evidence. Here, the evidence will show that the complaining witness's version changed or failed to line up with the accounts of other third-party witnesses that were present. This case is not about whether there was tension between two sisters. It is not about whether there were hard feelings, disagreement, or family conflict. The question is whether the prosecution can prove that Ms. Wade committed an assault and battery as charged. And when you evaluate the evidence in this case, that answer is inherently going to be no. At the close of this case, we will ask you to return the only verdict consistent with the evidence and the law, and that is not guilty.
That's what people call Carliana Bowers.
First witness. We get to watch the gallery here. I might move up to the top because this lady who's lounging against the wall there at the back might be interesting to watch. I'll move up to the fan, I think. I think I'll just be right up here. I have to unlock that. Okay, there we go. How about that? I'll just live here. We have an alleged victim. Thank you, Greeners. Sister v. sister. Opened the door. The other one came in, just started wailing on her. Okay. I'm not sure what it is today, but I'm getting little companies like podcast companies out of who knows where who are trying to copyright claim. You remember the Tommy Randolph trial we followed? Thommy? You remember Thommy? If you know Brandy, you know Thommy. Got a copyright claim from like day 3 of that trial. Way back when. It's like, what, you just now noticed? Or no, you just barely created something out of it, and now you're trying to claim every source.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury. You can have a seat there.
It was 2024.
Okay, so we have multiple fans going in here because it's so warm, so I need you to keep your voice louder than you normally would if you were just talking regularly, okay? All of your responses must be verbal. They must be loud and clear. You cannot respond to yes or no questions with mm-hms, uh-hs, or head nods, head shakes, because we can't articulate that accurately into the record. And there is a microphone that's right in front of you. The purpose of that microphone is so that we can create a record of everything being stated here. So the lady behind you has to type all of that up. So we need to make sure your responses can be heard and that they're verbal, okay?
Okay.
If there's an objection, you will stop speaking. If either attorney objects, that objection requires me to make a ruling and tell you if you're allowed to answer their question or not. If you can state your first and your last name and then spell both of those names, please.
Ariana Bowers, CARLEONA DOWERS.
Proceed.
All right, thank you so much for being here. Let's hop right into it. Do you know someone named Rhonda Wade?
Yeah.
How do you know Rhonda Wade?
She's my sister.
Do you see Rhonda Wade in the courtroom right now?
Yes.
Could you please tell me where she's sitting and describe what she's wearing?
Over to the left in a white shirt.
Your Honor, for the record,
she's at the bottom of the screen there, towards the middle.
The objection. Identification is voted.
I'm gonna need you to make sure you use your outside voice so that jurors can all hear you, okay?
Okay.
Now, 1002 East Hazel, does that address have any significance to you?
Yes.
What significance does it have?
My home.
And who do you live with at that address?
My mom and dad.
And do you live with anyone else or just your mom and dad?
My daughter.
And how long have you been living at that address?
My whole life.
So then safe to say you were living there last summer.
Yes.
Now, we're going to talk about June 13th of 2025, okay?
Yes.
And that morning, were you there with anyone in addition to your mom and dad?
Yes, I was with Bree.
And who is Bree?
My best friend.
And how long have you been friends with Bree?
Almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years. And that Hazel Street address, is that in the city of Lansing?
Yes.
Is it in Ingham County? Yes.
Yes.
Make sure you speak nice and loud. Now, you mentioned that Rhonda is your sister. Is she older or younger than you?
Older.
How much older than you is she?
About 10 years.
10 years older.
And do you have any other siblings?
Yes.
How many siblings do you have?
From my mom, 4, and then my dad, 5.
Okay, so you have a lot of siblings.
Yes.
Wow, 10 kids.
Do you have a
Big
sibling named Tella?
Yes.
And is Tella older or younger than you?
Older.
And so, Rhonda, do you guys have 2 of the same parents or just one parent?
Just one.
Is that your mom or your dad?
My mom.
And now Tella, what parents does she have? Sorry, starting over. What parent do you have in common with Tella?
My mom.
And do you know if Tella and Rhonda have the same dad? Yes, they do have the same dad.
Yes.
Now, just for a little bit of background, to your knowledge, has Rhonda ever been married?
Yes.
And without getting into the details of what happened, have you had any sort of issues with Rhonda's husband?
Yes.
Just very broad strokes, what was the issue?
Sexual assault.
That sexual assault. And was that something that you ever communicated to Rhonda?
Yes.
And how long ago did you tell Rhonda about this?
In April of 25.
Okay, so it's
And then between April and June of 2025, did the two of you sort of drift apart?
Yes.
Now, going to June 13, 2025, sorry for bouncing around, you mentioned you were there with your mom and dad and three.
Yes.
And 8:30 in the morning, did anyone come to your door?
Yes.
How did you know that someone was at your door? Was there a knock? Was there a doorbell?
Yes, there was knocking at the door.
And did you answer the door?
Yes.
And did you like look out the window to see who was there?
Yes, I see my sister Tella.
And were you expecting Tella to come over?
No.
And were you okay with the fact though that Tella was there?
Yes.
At this point in time, at least, were you close with Tella? Not close, but were you on decent terms with her?
Yes.
And when you saw Tella at the door, did you open the door for her?
Yes.
And when you opened the door, did you come to learn that someone else was there as well?
Yes.
Who else was there?
My sister Rhonda.
And is that the same Rhonda you identified in the courtroom?
Yes.
And what, if anything, did Rhonda do when you opened the door?
She grabbed me by my hair and pushed me down and started fighting. She was yelling at me.
I'm gonna need you to, that was good. Next question, I need you to try to speak a little louder, okay?
Yeah.
So we started with her grabbing you by the hair.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And where were you when she grabbed you by the hair?
Turning towards my bathroom with my back turned almost, but it happened so fast. So
it's okay. We don't expect you to remember everything exactly how it happened. It's been a year plus. It's pretty quick. Did you invite Rhonda into the house, or did she come in on her own?
She came in on her own.
Can you sort of tell me about how she came in?
She snatched open the screen door and came in.
And how much time went by between her coming in and her grabbing your hair?
Very few seconds.
And when you first go in the front door, is this a house?
Yes.
And did this happen at the front door of the house?
Yes.
When you first go in the front door, where are you in the house?
By my TV stand and right by the door of my bedroom.
So when you does the door open into like a living room?
Yes.
And then sounds like your bedroom is by the living room?
Yes.
And so circling back, she came in, and when she first came in, did you retreat from her? What was happening?
I fell on the ground. I was on my back.
Did you fall on the ground before or after she grabbed your hair?
After.
Okay. And when she grabbed your hair, did that cause you to fall on the ground?
Yes.
Okay. And then what happened after you were on the ground?
We were scrambling, and then she was holding me down by my arms.
And when you say scrambling, what do you mean by that?
Almost fighting.
And then what, if anything, was she doing when she held you down by your arms?
Yelling at me, saying that I was holding it over her husband's head and that I did it on purpose.
So do you know what she was referring to when she said you were holding over her husband's head?
Sexual assault.
And how long after entering did she start talking about sexual assault?
As soon as she came in.
And after she's holding you down and she's yelling these things, what did she do?
My dad came and he got her off me, and then my parents told them they had to leave.
Did anything physical happen in addition to grabbing you by your hair and pulling you down and pulling you down?
I had knots on my head, but I don't remember how that got there. And I did have scratches.
Do you recall, give me 1 second. Now we'll get to you getting to the police later, but did you talk to the police that day?
We drove to the police station.
So I'm sorry, just did you talk to the police? Yes, you did. We'll get around to going to the police station. Now, do you know if you told the police about what happened to your head to cause the knot?
Yes.
And do you recall what caused the knot sitting here now?
I was pushed into like my seat thing, and there's like a corner wall by my bedroom door, and I think I hit the corner of the wall.
So were you falling down into the corner of the wall?
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
Yes.
And did she push you before or after grabbing your hip?
After.
And do you recall having any other marks on your body?
Yes, I had a rough burn or some type of like big scab on my knee, and a couple bruises on my face.
And do you know how you got the bruises on your legs? Do you remember if she did anything to your legs? No, she didn't, or no, you don't remember?
No, I don't remember.
Is there anything in general about what happened here that you, sorry, that's a bad question. Just in general, are there details that you have trouble remembering?
Yes.
Do you remember if she hit you at all besides grabbing your hair?
No, maybe as soon as she came in, when she grabbed my hair on my head, but I don't remember.
Now, if you were to look at the police report, might that refresh your memory as to whether or not she hit you at all? On the defense table, the police report. Rhonda, may I approach the witness?
She didn't create that. That did.
She said the refresher myself. Should be.
But these are not her recollections.
I can refresh the witness's memory.
No. Objection overruled.
Question the witness. If you look at that paragraph, in the did that refresh your memory?
Yes.
Did she hit you at all in addition to pulling your hair and pushing you?
On my head, because I had multiple knots on my head.
How did she hit you on your head?
With her hand.
Do you remember if she was using an open hand or a closed fist?
Closed fist.
And was this after you fell down or while you were still standing? If you remember.
While I was standing.
Now, just to be clear, is that something that you are now remembering, or are you only saying that because you saw it on the police report?
I remember now.
Now, how did this assault come to end?
My dad came in and broke us up and told my sisters they had to leave. One was yelling that she didn't do anything and that she was sorry. And my other sister was screaming.
Your older sister who was just screaming, is that Rhonda?
Yes.
I'm sorry to keep saying this. Make sure you speak up. There are fans everywhere because this courtroom gets so hot. And then ultimately, did they leave?
Yes.
Now, are this house, have any sort of cameras on the front of it?
Yes, a ring camera.
And this ring camera, did it capture their entry and exit?
Yes.
Now, are there any cameras inside the house?
No.
And have you had an opportunity to look at the ring camera footage of their entering and exit?
Yes.
I'm showing defense table Pickles proposed exhibit 4. Now I'll also go ahead and show 5. I also show defense table Pickles proposed exhibit 5. Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Okay.
All right, do you recognize Exhibit 4? Do you recognize Exhibit 5? Exhibit 4 and 5 are those the videos of their entry and exit?
Yes.
And those videos, do they fairly and accurately depict? I guess you can take a step back. Those cameras, to your knowledge, do they accurately capture what is happening out in front of your house?
Yes.
Do you have any reason to believe that they were not functioning correctly at that point in time?
No.
And did they correctly capture, I guess, the clothing those two were wearing that day?
Yes.
Your Honor, this time that people move to admit Exhibits 4 and 5.
The objections, you said 4 and 5?
4 and 5, yes.
Equals 4 and 5 were admitted.
Right, now go ahead and publish people's score up on the monitor.
We have body cam or ring camera. Let's see if we get all this.
Now, just to set the scene a little bit, whose phone is that in the middle of the video?
My mom.
And who is recording the video of the video?
An officer.
So did the police officer hold it up to a different camera to record it?
Yes.
But this
You have a
is
hoodie?
the video that you showed them that they captured it.
Yes.
Now, the people that we see on the video, there's someone on the left. Who is the person on the left?
Rhonda.
Okay. So this person with the Adidas jumpsuit, that's Rhonda.
Yes.
And then this person right here, who is that person?
My sister Tella.
We're gonna let it play.
The defendant. Play. Ding dong, knock knock, who's there? It's me, sucker. Whop, whop, whop.
So that right there was
That's how it went down.
their entry prior to the assault happening.
Yes.
We don't need to watch it again. They just went inside.
And then when she ran in there, you indicated that it was immediate that it began.
Yes.
Now, that timestamp up in the top left corner, to your knowledge, is it accurately capture the date and time that things are happening?
Yes.
So that it looks like, if I'm reading that correctly, the entry was made at about 8:32 a.m.
Yes.
Now moving to Exhibit 5. Now the timestamp on this one looks like it's 8:34, so fair to say this was a pretty quick encounter.
Yes.
And how long after your dad breaking up what was going on did she leave and walk down to the end of the sidewalk like we just saw?
Right after, it was like 20 seconds and then she was out the door.
And was she yelling about this? You mentioned her yelling about the sexual assault accusation. Was that ongoing the whole time she was in there?
Yes.
To the best of your memory, what kind of things was she saying?
That I was holding it over his head and that I did it on purpose.
When now, do you know what she was referring to when she said you did it on purpose?
Got sexually assaulted. And I was,
Actually blaming you, I guess.
yeah.
And now we have holding it over his head. You did it on purpose. Do you remember anything else that she said?
Can you see the screen?
I couldn't see the screen.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to, thank you for that. I'll just replay 4 and 5 while not watching the video.
We're going to watch.
All right, replaying exhibit 4.
Looks like we have 3 more exhibits to watch. Or they're just pictures.
And here's 5. Thank you. Okay, so you remember that she was talking pretty much the whole time. You remember those 2 things that she said, but you don't remember the other specific things. Is that basically, am I recounting that correctly?
Yes.
Now, did you eventually speak to the police about what happened?
Yes.
And did you call 911?
We came to the police station to make a report, and then we called multiple times, and we were told an officer would be sent to us.
Let's talk about, first you went to the police station. Is that the one here downtown?
Yes.
And what were you successful at all with talking to anyone when you came to the police station?
No, we talked to someone that an officer would be sent out to where we were parked. So then we called multiple times. We waited like an hour and a half.
Okay, so were you parked like on the street?
Yes.
Okay, and when you said you called multiple times, were you calling 911?
We were calling. I forgot what number, but not 911.
And you said multiple times. Was it more than 2 times?
Yes.
And did a police officer ever come out to your car?
No.
And how long were you waiting in your car?
Hour and a half.
And then did you eventually go back home?
Yes.
Did a police officer ever come out to talk to you in your home?
Yes.
About how long after this assault occurred did the police come to your home?
It was almost midnight. Pretty late during the day. I don't remember exact time.
So just hours and hours and hours.
Yes.
Now, when you did eventually make contact with the police, did they take any photographs?
Yes.
Right, showing defense table, People's Code Exhibits 1, 2, and 3. Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Amen.
Approaching with People's Code Exhibits 1, 2, and 3. Are these the some of the pictures that the officer took?
Yes.
And those pictures, do they fairly accurately depict the injuries that you had?
Other than the knots on my head, you can't see them because they were in my hair.
Okay. But what you can see, this fairly captures them.
Yes.
Your Honor, the people move to admit Code Exhibits 1, 2, and 3.
No objection, Your Honor. This was 1, 2, and 3 are admitted.
Go ahead and put those on the monitor. I'm going to ask you some questions while sitting down so as to not obstruct any views.
Ouch.
Now, this is People's 1. Can you sort of describe what we're seeing here that is significant?
The cut on my knee, like the carpet burn on my knee that I got.
Those hurt.
Now, right here, is this the cut or carpet burn you're referring to?
Yes.
Now, is there anything else in this picture that's noteworthy?
No.
It's a cute sock.
And now you indicated this carpet burn. Do you recall what happened during the course of this that caused that?
That was when she still had my hair and I got pushed down.
And that's when you indicated, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you indicated that she grabbed your hair from behind after she came in.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I meant to ask this earlier. Where were your parents, if you know, where were your parents and Bree when the defendant first entered the house?
Bree was sleeping in my room and my parents were upstairs in their bedroom sleeping.
Now, even though this picture was taken a long time later, do you have any doubt that this was caused from the assault you described? All right, moving on to Pickles 2. This right here, is that a bruise there on your leg where my cursor is?
Yes.
And do you recall what happened to cause that bruise?
No.
That said, was that bruise present before this assault happened?
No.
And even though you don't remember exactly what happened, you have any doubt that this bruise is a result of what your sister did? That I know you don't have any doubt?
No, no doubt.
Now moving forward to Pickles 3.
Owie.
Right where my cursor is, can you sort of tell me what I'm seeing here?
A scratch.
I'm not justifying it, but that I've seen worse,
And that
right?
scratch there on your forehead, is that also a result of this attack from your sister?
Yes.
This is
And
evidence.
do you recall what exactly caused that, or not specifically?
Not specifically.
Now it sounds like you're indicating that there might have been other injuries that were not photographed. Is that correct?
Yes.
Can you explain? Can you just tell me about that?
I had multiple knots on my head.
When you say knots, can you sort of explain what you mean by knots, what that means to you?
Like bumps, like swelling almost.
Like what someone might call a goose egg?
Yeah.
And is that something that was painful?
Yes.
How long was it painful?
For almost 3 days. And then it slowly went away.
And how long did the, I guess, swelling last?
2 days. Maybe I was just sore.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
Cross-examination.
Hi. Ms. Bowers, you didn't make a statement right after this happened, did you? The police.
But you did call it,
Yes.
right after it happened.
Yes.
So you made a report while you were at your house, right? Like you called them and they responded
Yes.
and you turned them away, right? Saying you did not want to press charges.
No.
You sure?
Yes.
So if I were to look at this report and refresh your recollection,
I'm
would
gonna
you then
object. She
remember?
never said she doesn't remember. She said it didn't happen.
Okay.
Good objection.
So it's
Are you
It's
trying
yours.
to refresh your recollection or impeach?
impeach.
You can continue to impeach.
Showing the people.
However, this goes down.
Ms. Bowers, if I were to point your attention at this report, you made statements to an officer that day and he responded that evening, right?
Yes.
Right, about 12:50 or 1 o'clock in the morning. May I approach the wheelchair? Could you read this paragraph?
This will only report of simple assault.
No, just to yourself. So, again, I can appreciate that a year has passed. Did you call police?
Yes.
And did they respond?
Yes.
And did you tell them that you did not want to press charges? So this officer just made that up?
I wouldn't call if I didn't press charges.
So generally, though, right, you would have called the police. You did call the police and you asked them to respond to your house, to an emergency, right? And you're telling me that they did not come?
No, not immediately.
Okay. Now, you allege that this incident happened around 8:30 that morning, around 8:32, I think specifically, on June 13th of 2025. But you didn't make a statement to police until approximately 1 a.m. the next day. Is that correct?
Yes.
So you had about 16 hours to nail down your version of events of what happened that day. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Now, the injuries in these pictures, they don't look to be super fresh. Is that because you waited almost a day to make this report?
That's when the officers came out to me.
Okay, so after you had called the officers, told them that you didn't want to make a report, and then they
You're gonna
responded.
object, she never said that.
You object, repeat your question.
So I'm asking about the freshness of the injuries, and I'm asking whether or not them lacking freshness is because she didn't want to originally make a report to police.
Objection
and
to
then they came back
rule, she
later.
can answer, it's cross-examination.
Again, I wouldn't have called the police if I didn't want to press charges or make a report.
Okay, so you couldn't have changed your mind. Now, the scabs that we just saw on those pictures, you're 100% certain that they couldn't have happened elsewhere or through some other activity.
100% certain.
Okay. But you're not certain how you sustained those injuries?
No.
Okay. Because the night of, you told the officer that the mark on your head came from you hitting a table. Isn't that correct?
I don't remember.
Okay. Would you like me to refresh your record? Would you recall by looking at the report? Just around the injury, whatever it says here. It doesn't say where you sustained that injury. Okay, so it's starting to seem a little bit like it's not about the lapse in time that you don't remember. how
You
you
object,
sustained-
that's not a question, she just.
Look, she didn't ask the question yet. Continue.
Okay, so my question is, it's not really about the lapse in time that you don't remember how you sustained the injury. It's really that you didn't even remember that day, did you? Like you didn't know how you got that injury that day.
Not fully aware how all the injuries came, but I know I did not have them before she came to my house.
But you
That was a good
100%
answer.
remember the statements that she made to you. You don't remember how you got hurt, the things that could have potentially landed you in the hospital. I mean, you mentioned having knots on your head, but you don't remember how you got the knots? You remember what she said, but not the knots, where the knots came from?
No.
Now, you said that your sisters arrived at your house on the 13th around 8:32 in the morning, right? Okay. So it's fair to say you were probably groggy around that time because you've been sleeping, right? Okay, so can your maybe not clear memory be also attributed to that? You had just woken up.
No, because after it happened, I remembered exactly what happened.
Even how you sustained the injuries.
There was so much emotion, I didn't feel everything that was going on until after.
Okay. When your sisters arrived, they knocked at the door, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then you looked through the peephole and saw who it was and you opened the door.
Yes.
Okay. Now you said you saw Miss Wells in front of the door, and that's why you opened the door, because you thought it was her and her daughter, right?
I seen my sister, both of my sisters.
So you knew it was both of them when you opened the door?
Yes.
You do know that's different than the statement that you made to the officer that night, right?
I did not tell the officer it was her daughter.
Okay. So once you opened the door, your sisters came inside, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, I hate to walk you through this because I know you just did this, but you said you kind of turned, right? And you were walking towards the bathroom. So your back was kind of turned, right? And then she grabbed you by the hair.
Yes.
And then you say you landed, though, on your back.
I was pushed down to my knees and then flipped over on my back.
Okay. So different from what you said earlier. So she didn't just grab you by the hair and then you fell on your back. She grabbed you by the hair and now you landed on your knees, right? And I'm assuming that's where you got these marks on your knee.
Yes.
Was it both knees or just one knee?
Just one.
Just one. Okay, interesting. All right, and then she flipped you on your back.
Yeah.
Okay, so at what time did you sustain these injuries to the back of your head? The knots.
When I was standing, when I felt the corner of my head hit the.
Oh, no. Okay, so let's back up. We got to back up now, right? So they come in. You say she grabs you by the back of the head, right? By your hair. And then you fall on your knees and then end up on your back. Tell me where in there you sustained the injury to your head.
I hit my head on, there's a stand by my bedroom door.
Mm-hmm.
That right there, and there's also a TV stand within this hallway right here.
Okay.
And I also felt a punch when I had my back turned, but you had my hair, and then I fell.
Okay, so now she grabbed you by the hair, then punched you in the head, then you hit your head, then you fell to your knees, and then you ended up on your back?
Yes.
Oh, so it sounds like you do know how you sustain these injuries all of a sudden.
You're helping me.
Okay. Okay. Now, who was there to see all of this?
My best friend Bree.
Okay, but she was sleeping, you said.
She woke up to my screen.
Okay, so she wakes up to you screaming. At what point? Tell us, we just went through this pretty extensively. At what point do you scream?
When she grabbed my hair and when it all was going on.
Okay, so as soon as she grabbed your hair, you screamed.
Yes.
And then when did you see your friend?
Standing at the door while I was on the ground, my bedroom door, while I was on my back.
Okay, so after she grabs your hair, after you fall into your knees, after you have fallen on your back, that's when you see her?
Yes, I didn't know when she arrived.
Okay. So your friend didn't actually witness your sisters coming to the house, is that correct?
No.
Similarly, your parents didn't witness your sisters coming to the house, right?
No.
Right? So you mentioned that your father separated the two of you.
Yes.
Is your father, but your father's not in the court? house today, is he?
No.
Okay, so meaning he's not a witness today to attest to what he saw.
No.
Okay. Ms. Bowers, you are aware that not even a full 2 minutes passed and all of this is supposed to have happened, right?
Yes.
But you stand by your version of events?
Yes.
The one you gave police 16 hours after this is supposed to have happened?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go back to this tangential CSC case. It's not actually relevant to that, but your sister's response to you once you told her, right? It wasn't to hit, right? When you originally told her, she didn't hit you, right?
Right.
She was going to participate, right, in the prosecution of her ex-husband, correct?
Yes.
And at that time, she had a PPO order against him. Isn't that right? You're not aware? So you and your mother did not extensively have a conversation with Mr. Officer Mark Fox about there being a PPO order against Jalen.
I had a PPO.
Okay, but his wife also, his ex-wife, had a PPO order against him as well, right? And that was the conversation that evening?
Wasn't aware.
You're not aware of what you said to police?
A PPO. I know I had a PPO. I was not sure that she had one.
Okay, so I think that if I recall correctly, right, Officer Fox does tell you that evening how you can get a PPO order. But the discussion was between your mother and you and Officer Fox that there was an existing PPO order in favor of Ms. Wade against her ex-husband, correct?
You're saying, okay, I don't know if that's your recollection or you're just conceding, ma'am? I'm just conceding.
So after you made Ms. Wade aware of the allegations, she lived in the house with you for a time, right? In April of 2025.
No.
Not at all.
No. She did not live with me during April.
She didn't stay at the house with you and your parents in April of 2025.
You know, Jack, chance for the question.
This is she. I was gonna. When you said really, I was waiting for an objection. She said no. So if you're trying to set up an impeachment, you got to do it better than that. You can't just be really.
Okay.
A little spicy on the defense side.
Okay, I'm sorry if we have to bounce around a little bit. Let's start with the piece of a police report you were shown that may have said something about officers coming out earlier. Did you write that police report? Can you speak a little louder?
No.
Okay, so you have no way of knowing if anything in there is accurate.
No way.
Now, I guess aside from that was a bad question, sorry. Now, you indicated on direct exam that you made a few phone calls, not sure exactly to whom, regarding wanting to make a police report while you're waiting. Is that right?
Yeah.
If you were to hear your voice on one of those phone calls, would you recognize it?
Yes.
Showing defense table people spoke exhibit 6. May I push the witness?
Absolutely.
Wait, that's me. Do you recognize the voice there?
Yes.
Whose voice was that?
Mine.
And did that seem to fairly capture one of the calls that you placed while waiting to speak with police?
Yes.
Your Honor, this time that people moved to admit exhibit 6.
Any objections? No objection. It was exhibit 6 is admitted.
Are you going to publish people 6?
Help you. I just called and I am here in my park right outside of the Capitol on Tap Ave. Where are you at? We are parked on Capitol Ave, right outside the Capitol. Okay, you're parked on Capitol Avenue, right outside the Capitol? Yes, because I was not parked anywhere else. Okay, what did you just call about? I called to make a report and that I was coming in soon, and then you said just call when you get here. And I'm at the downtown. Okay, what is your name and phone number? I'm Yana Bowers.
And my phone number is, 867-5309 is the number. I wish I could put this up here. Eight six seven 5309 5309. There you go. You got it.
One more time. What do you want a report about? My sister came into my house and just started fighting me today. Like, just walked in and hit me to the ground, pushed me down, and my parents had to literally kick her out of the house. Her name is Rhonda Wade. RHONDA WADE. Okay, how old is she? 29. And you're here at downtown now at the police station, correct? Yes. Okay. Do you need an ambulance? No, I'm fine. Okay. I'm not. All right. What kind of car are you waiting in? With Equinox. All right, we'll get somebody down there for you to take a report, okay? Thank you. You're welcome.
Well, there's a lot of background noise on that, but from what you were able to understand, it sounded like that call, did you hear yourself describing waiting outside the police station in your, I heard Equinox?
Yes.
And did you hear your voice on there describing what happened?
Yes.
And would you agree that what you described at that time is pretty similar to what you just testified to?
Yes.
And based on that, would it be fair to say that Ms. Straub was incorrect when she said you waited until the police came and until you walked out of the street? Is that right?
Yes.
And do you recall how long after this assault did you go to the police station?
Hour or two after, I don't remember what.
Hour or two after?
But it wasn't the 12 plus hours later that the police finally made it away. Now, Ms. Straub asked you about your father and his presence or absence here. Do you remember getting those questions?
Yes.
Are you responsible for generating subpoenas for court cases?
No.
Did you type up a witness list for this case?
No.
Do you have any control over what witnesses appear to testify in court?
No.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
I just have a couple questions. Maybe I missed.
Judge has some questions.
The way the facts were laid out during the original direct, which is when Mr. Marchmina questioned you. You mentioned something about they came in by smashing the screen door.
Snatching.
Snatching the screen door?
Yeah.
So you didn't, okay, because it did sound like you said you opened the door for them when you were on cross. Did you open the door or did they snatch it? I'm not.
I opened the big door and then you have the screen door. So they opened the screen door.
Okay, but was the screen door locked at all?
I don't remember.
Okay, so were you expecting him at 8 o'clock in the morning at your house?
No.
Okay, had there been some communication with them that morning or something?
No.
Okay, so you just heard a knock at the door or a ring at the doorbell?
Yes.
And, okay, you heard knocking, so you went and opened the door or went to the door and saw it was your sister's?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions from the jury?
I have a question.
Oh, you can write it down, please.
Oh.
We have jury questions.
Please double check to make sure you don't have any questions. 'Cause what happens is deliberation comes and then everybody has questions. She's no longer here to answer them.
I have one more question.
Okay, let me have the jury finish first.
This break brought to you by Stanley Insulated Mugs.
Council.
Attorneys are going to be looking at that question and deciding if they have any objections to it. Jury questions for bingo. Is that on the bingo sheet? Let me see. Let me look at the bingo sheet.
Okay. Ms. Bowers, do you at all remember your sister hitting you? Or do you, only by your recollection being refreshed? Do you remember being hit at
I
all?
remember being hit when I was standing up and my hair was.
Okay, okay. And were you at all able hitting back, or did you hit back, or were you just being assaulted?
No, I did not.
You did not hit back. Okay, and then when the police arrived, did you give a report at that time, or did you turn them away?
I gave them a report.
And when they arrived? Yes. Oh. Any other questions from the jury? I will let you recross and then you can do your redirect.
Ms. Bowers, you mentioned the only other person other than you and Ms. Wade being there, Ms. Brianna Williams, correct? But Teller was also there. Your sister Teller was. She saw the entire
I'm gonna object,
interaction,
this is
right?
outside the scope of the jury questions.
She asked, she says she has another question, so I allowed it.
Okay.
She didn't do anything but stand over.
No, that was my question. She was there for the entire interaction between you and your sister, correct?
Yes.
Redirect.
Just to be very clear, there's been a lot of confusion on this. Was there ever a point in time that day when the police came to your house and you told them to leave?
No.
When a police officer came to your house that night, was that the first time that day that a police officer tried to speak to you?
Yes.
No further follow-up.
Let's see questions from the jury. This can be excused from the stand at least.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Bowers. You may be excused. I will advise you that there is a sequestration order So that means you're not allowed to discuss your testimony with any other witness, okay?
Yes.
Okay, you're free to go.
Sounds like we have other witnesses.
I want to give the jury a break because they've been sitting for an hour. And you can take them downstairs because it's 3 o'clock. And then we'll call your next witness. You're not free to deliberate or discuss the matter at this time. You're just getting some air, stretching, and going to Treasury downstairs. All right, for the jury.
The jury steps away. They get a short break. We're going to be right back. Here we go. Break time's over. If you needed a break, I'm sorry. You didn't put in notice. Oh, Red did. She asked for a break. Red, no. You got a break earlier. It's almost like we're spying on the defense note-taking. Look at the eyebrow from the defense attorney. She's like, oh, why'd you write that? Here's a fun fact. The acreage of burned area in wildland fires in Utah this year is equivalent to 2/3 the size of the state of Rhode Island. If only we knew how big Rhode Island was. I'm sorry, Rhode Island. I apologize. But it's this big on the map.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Okay, you can have a seat.
And who is you?
There is a microphone that's in front of you. The purpose of that microphone is not to amplify your voice or make your voice louder in the courtroom. It's so that the recording system can pick up your sound so that the lady behind you can make a transcript at the time of everything stated in the court. In addition to all the fans that we have going on today to try to keep it remotely cool in here, this plastic sometimes drowns out sound. So I want you to speak louder than your normal speaking voice, okay? All of your responses must be verbal. You're doing a great job, so you can't do head nods, head shakes, uh-huhs, because that's hard to write into the record, okay? If you forget, we'll ask you if it's a yes or no. If either of the attorneys yell objection, you stop speaking. That objection means I need to make a ruling on your objection and determine whether or not you're allowed to enter their question or not. You can state your first and last name and then spell both.
Brianna Williams, BREONNAWILLIANN.
Please proceed, counsel.
All right, thank you for being here, Brianna. Yes, first question, do you know someone named Carliana Bowers?
I do.
How do you know Carliana?
She is one of my best friends.
How long
One of
have
my
you guys
best
been
friends.
2 years?
And do you know someone named Rhonda Wade?
I do.
How do you know Rhonda Wade?
They're Carliana.
And do you know what her relationship is to Carliana?
Her sister.
And do you see Rhonda Wade in the courtroom right now?
I do.
Could you please tell me where she's sitting and describe the clothing?
She's sitting on the left side and she's wearing a white.
Your Honor, could the record reflect the witness who identified the defendant?
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Identification is noted.
Now, before we get deeper into it, just try to pretend you're talking to someone in the back corner there, okay? So project nice and loud, all right?
This guy in blue right here.
Now, do you also know someone named Tella Wells?
I do.
And how do you know Tella?
Through Carly.
And what is her relationship to Carleona?
Her sister.
Now, we're going to talk about June 13th of 2025, okay? Did you find yourself at 1002 East Hazel on that day?
I did.
And what is the significance of that address?
It was Carleona's house.
And is there any particular reason that you were there? Were you just spending time with Carleona?
I was staying with her.
And the morning of June 13th, did there come a time when somebody came to the door?
Yes.
And where were you when this person or these people came to the door?
I was in her bedroom sleeping.
When you say her bedroom, are you referring to Carleona?
Yes.
And at what point did you wake up?
I woke up to a knocking sound, a loud knocking.
And where was Carleona when you heard the knocking?
She was next to me asleep.
And so it sounds like did it wake both of you up?
Yes.
And then which, if either of you, went to answer the door?
Carleona did.
And did you see her answer the door, or were you still in the bedroom?
I was still in the bedroom.
And did there come a point in time when you left the bedroom?
No, I stayed in there most of the time.
Did you hear, okay, when she left the bedroom, was the bedroom door open or was it?
It was open.
And were you able to see, I guess, what were you able to see from the bedroom?
I was able to see the living room.
And after Carleona went to answer the door, did you see or hear anything unusual?
Yes, I heard her screaming.
And were you able to recognize who was screaming?
Yes.
Who was screaming?
Carleona.
And at the time you heard the scream, did you have any idea why she was screaming?
I had no idea.
And then did you see anything that gave you some insight into why she was screaming?
I saw Rhonda push Carleona onto the ground.
And how far into, I guess, the house were they when you saw Rhonda push Carleona?
About in the middle of the living room, I would say, like right outside Carleona's door.
So presumably then they had gone from the front door of the house all the way into the middle of the living room when you saw her being pushed down?
Yes.
And what, if anything, did you do when you saw Carleona being pushed down by Rhonda?
I didn't do anything.
Did you see what happened from there?
I did.
What happened after Carleona was on the ground?
I heard Carleona saying stop. I also seen it was just a lot of her being pinned down to the ground. But I didn't really see much after that.
Now, when you say her being pinned down to the ground, who was pinning Carleona to the ground?
Rhonda was pinning Carleona.
Did you personally, after she was on the ground, see Rhonda hitting Carleona or anything like that?
I did not see him.
And how long after, I guess, Carleona went to answer the door, how long was it till you saw them go down onto the ground?
So just
but is
seconds.
it fair to say you did not see what happened between them being at the doorway and then getting to the middle of the room?
I did see, because I kind of got up a little bit to see what was going on. And I just heard yelling. I couldn't really recognize what was being said, but I heard yelling, and I just see them both on the ground and Carleona saying stop.
And then did there come a time when the two of them were separated?
Yes, when Carleona's dad came down, her dad and her mom came down and separated them.
And do you remember if one in particular separated the two of them?
Her dad, Carleona's dad.
And then you said that you heard yelling. Were you able to hear anything that anyone was saying?
All I heard from Rhonda was, "Why did you do that?"
And did you know that what she was referring to when she was saying, "Why did you do that"? I don't want you to speculate. So if you sustained your own objection.
Is there an objection or no?
I think I sustained it for her.
Oh, okay, so you
without speculating, do you personally know what she was referring to when she said, "Why do you do?"
I have feelings. I kind of
But you didn't
I didn't know
personally for
exactly
sure.
why,
Okay.
yes.
Now, how long between arriving at the house and separating? How much time elapsed?
3 to 5 minutes.
And did Rhonda leave on her own? Did someone make her leave? Do you recall the circumstances of her leaving?
Carly dad and mom told her.
Or Carly, I meant to say did Rhonda leave on her own? Sorry. A lot of names flying around. Now, did you go with Carliana at any point to make a police report?
I did.
What did the two of you do as far as making a police report?
We drove down to the police station. We called the police station and we got told to stay outside in our car and wait for a police officer. And we waited for about an hour and nobody showed up. So we went back home and just called.
And did someone eventually come to your home?
Yes, somebody came to Carliana's house.
And do you recall how much time elapsed before someone actually came to Carliana's house?
Hours.
And when police did eventually come, were you cooperative with the police? Did you talk to them?
I was not there when the police arrived.
So you had already left?
I had some.
Okay. And sitting here now, is it safe to say you have no idea who was still there when the police did show up?
I do know because I was on the phone with Carliana before the police showed up. It was her mom and her.
Now, I think that's all the questions I have. Thank you.
Now, you said that you were there that morning around 8:32 on June 13th, correct? Okay, and you said that you were asleep and you weren't knocking.
Yes.
And you didn't actually see Miss Wade and Miss Wells come into the house, is that correct?
I did see them.
You did see them?
I did see them once they were in the house, but not come through the door.
Okay, so you didn't originally see them come through the door?
Until they were right at front of the door of Carliana's bedroom.
Okay, and that door was open?
That door was open.
That door doesn't just automatically swing shut?
No.
Okay. And so when they came inside, you said you saw Miss Wade push Carliana.
I did.
Okay, so you didn't see her pull her hair?
I did not see her hair being pulled when she came in.
Okay.
But when they were on the ground, yes, I did.
Okay, so you saw her push her and then she fell to the ground?
Correct.
Okay, so she wasn't holding her hair when she fell to the ground?
I did not see that. No.
Okay, so when she fell to the ground, how did she land?
Landed on her back.
She landed on her back?
Yes.
Not on her knees?
No.
Okay. Once she was on her back and Miss Wade was where?
She was on top of her.
Okay, and what was she doing?
She was just holding her down.
She was just holding her down?
Yes.
So you didn't see her strike her?
I did not see any of that past her pushing her down, and I did see hair getting pulled, but it was for a quick second, and I did not really see much after that. I just heard.
Okay, so now you saw hair being pulled?
Yes.
Okay, so when was the hair being pulled?
It was right after she fell to the ground.
Okay, right after she fell to the ground. I'm gonna just reposition myself a little bit here. Okay, so right after she falls down to the ground, that's when she falls on her back specifically, right?
Correct.
Okay. You said she was pushed to the ground, she fell to the ground?
She was pushed to the ground and she fell.
Okay, but she fell on her back?
Yes.
Okay, so they must have been face to face.
Yes.
When that occurred?
Correct.
Okay, and where did she pushed her up at her shoulders or?
She was lunged at. Carliana was lunged at because Rhonda came barging through the door.
Okay.
So I would say it's probably around the shoulders.
But you didn't see it?
I seen it. It was a quick second because it was right past the door. So yes, it was around the shoulders. It was like arm right here.
Okay, so upper body somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know how to explain that.
Okay, no, that makes sense, but it wasn't around the head.
I didn't see. No.
Okay, not around the neck.
No.
Okay. And you didn't make any, you made some statements though, when my investigator reached out to you about this incident. And those statements don't match what you're saying today, do they?
I'm telling you the truth.
That's not my question.
Okay.
My question is, you were screened / interviewed by my investigator.
Correct.
And what you're saying today doesn't match what you told him. Is that correct?
No, it's not.
Okay, so when he comes and testifies this afternoon and tells everyone, right, he's going to say exactly what you're saying right now.
Sure. Yes.
You did talk to him though, right?
Yes, I should.
And you told him what you saw.
I did.
And none of that involved choking or urinating, anything like that.
You didn't ask me those questions.
No, I did though. I just asked you.
Urinating.
Okay, tell me about the urinating.
After Carliana and Rhonda got split up, I had seen Carliana had urinated on himself, and it was on the ground.
Okay, but you also told my investigator that Miss Wade choked her. Is that not correct?
They were on the ground, and yes, her hands did go around her neck.
And you are aware, though, that Miss Bowers never indicated to anyone that she was ever choked, right?
Okay.
And you know she never indicated to anyone that she urinated on herself or on anyone else or on the floor.
I'm unsure what she had said.
And so you're not sure?
I'm not sure what Carliana has said to anyone. This is what I have seen.
That's what you saw?
Yes.
Okay. And from your vantage point in this room, which wasn't directly in the room where all of this happened, that's what you saw?
Correct.
Okay. Now, you never made a statement to police officers, is that correct?
No one ever came to me. I was 17 at the time, so they needed parents' permission, and nobody contacted me.
Okay, so when you were witnessing all of this, who exactly was in that living room?
It was Carliana, Rhonda, and Philip.
Okay, tell.
Yes.
And at no point in time, right, you didn't make any statements to police. So you had a lot of time to think about this. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
Okay. But you did talk to my investigators, two different investigators, correct?
I've talked to multiple people. I'm not sure exactly who I've talked to, but I'm not talked to prosecutors. I'm pretty, maybe an investigator.
Two of my investigators.
Correct.
Okay.
So I have talked to people.
And you are aware that your statements to both of them were consistent, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, you said that you were not in the room for most of it. How do you know that?
Not in the room for most of what?
Good question. Very good question. But for most of the interaction between Miss Bowers and Miss Wade.
Correct. I was not in the living room. I was in the bedroom.
Okay. So your vantage point was pretty limited.
Yes.
Now, you wouldn't be fabricating what happened that day because you and Miss Bowers are best friends, right?
No, I would not.
Sure.
Do you recall when you spoke to this child investigator?
Maybe around
March of this year?
Yes, March of 26, I believe. It was around that time.
And remember, was it a man or a woman you spoke with?
The first person was a woman. Yes.
Was the second person?
I can't remember. I've gotten multiple calls, so I'm not really sure who I've talked to.
Okay. And this was these conversations with investigator, were they phone calls?
They were.
Was it something that was pre-planned or was it kind of sprung?
It was just sprung upon me. I got calls.
And what was the investigator, what were they like to you? Pushy? Were they open-ended or closed-ended questions?
They were pretty straightforward questions. They were just asking me it was just kind of like me giving a statement on what happened. And then they asked if I was defending Carliana or Rhonda. So,
okay, one of them whose side?
Yeah.
No further questions.
Any questions from the jury? jury for this witness? May this witness be excused from the stand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Williams, there's a sequestration order, so you're not allowed to discuss any portion of your testimony with any other witness, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, you can be excused. This is call your next witness.
Your Honor, some people rest.
People rest. Defense
I will
rest.
give the jury a 10-minute break. All rise for the jury. You're still not deliberating.
Let's see if we can skip this 10-minute break too. What do you think? Yeah.
Or strangle Ms. Bowers.
Let's see. Back up, back up, back up. There we go. Break's over.
You can call your witness.
The defense calls Ms. Teller Wells to the stand.
Defense does have a witness.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury? Okay, you can have a seat. Okay. Okay, Ms. Wells, there's a microphone that's in front of you. That microphone is so that the recording system can pick up all of the things that are happening here in the courtroom. It's not going to make your voice louder in the court. We do have a number of fans running in here, so it's drowning out the sound. So I need you to use your outside voice today, okay? All of your responses must be verbal, and it must be audible. We can't do head nods, head shakes, mm-hms, uh-hs, because that doesn't help us put it into the record accurately, okay? If you forget to answer the yes or no with a yes or no, we'll ask you if it's a yes or no. If either of the attorneys yell objection, you'll stop speaking. That objection requires me to make a ruling and then tell you if you're allowed to give the answer to their question or not, okay? Okay. State your first and your last name and then spell it.
Tella Wells, T-E-L-L-A, Wells, W-E-L-L-S.
You can proceed, counsel.
Ms. Wells, what's your relation to Ms. Carliana Bowers and Ms. Rhonda Wade?
Both are my little sisters.
And you were subpoenaed to be here today. Is that correct?
Correct.
Who subpoenaed you?
Objection, relevance.
What's the relevance?
Your Honor, well, I would say that she was listed as an endorsed witness on the people's complaint, also on the people's witness list.
No, even if it's overruled or
Whether or
sustained,
not she was
jury
asked
hears
to
it.
be here today and then not asked to take the stand subsequently.
You want to know if she was asked not to take the stand by the prosecution?
No, I want to know who subpoenaed her.
Evidence is relevant if it makes a consequential fact more or less likely to be true, and I'm not clear. My assessment of whether or not to call a witness is not relevant.
Yeah, I don't know what it matters who subpoenaed who, but
Okay, Your Honor, we can move on.
yeah, the objection is sustained.
Where were you around 8:32 on June 13th of 2025?
Our parents' house.
Okay. And were you present for the entire interaction between Miss Wade and Miss Bowers?
Yes.
And where were you in relation to the two of them? Like positioning? Within arm's reach.
Correct.
Okay, so you could see them the entire time.
Correct.
Okay. What else could you see in that room the entire time?
Just the living room, it was us.
Okay. So there was your sister's room's also somewhere there, right? Where is that?
To the left off of the living room.
Okay, so when you come in, tell me what you see.
For the whole living room or just?
Yes.
Right. Just, you walk in, as soon as you enter, it's the whole living room. Bathroom is straight ahead. To the left is Carliana's bedroom. And then to the left is there's another bedroom.
Okay, so would you have been in eyesight of the entire living room plus Miss Bowers' bedroom?
Yes, I couldn't see into her bedroom.
How come?
The door was closed.
The door was closed. Okay.
Ooh, door was closed.
Tell us
So the
what
friend
you
couldn't
saw
have seen.
relative to the interaction.
I'm gonna object to the broadness of that question. What interaction are you referring to?
You narrow that down.
Sustain.
I just want her to tell us what happened when she came into the living room from outdoors. Can you tell us? Can you tell us what happened when you got there?
When we entered the residence, my sister entered first. I entered next.
They're both your sisters. Tell me which one you mean.
Sorry. Rhonda entered the living room first.
Yes.
And then I entered directly after her. There were some words back and forth between the two. Carliana assumed Frankie that we were there at 8:30 in the morning. Then after that, they were bantering back and forth, like just words back and forth. And then voices escalated. Carliana had put her hand in Rhonda's face. And then Rhonda kind of shooed her hand away, as in like this motion.
Okay.
And then some more yelling, and then my father came down, and then there were just many voices arguing back and forth. It all happened pretty quickly, and then our dad told us, like, just get out.
Okay. Did anybody have to be separated?
No.
Okay. Did you ever see Miss Wade make a fist?
Never.
Did you ever see her, hear her make any threats?
No.
Based on what you saw with that hand gesture or the hand movement, was that action, did it seem to intend to cause harm?
No, more so the get your hand out of my face.
Okay. Did you ever see Miss Wade strike Miss Bowers?
No.
Did you ever see Miss Wade push Miss Bowers?
No.
Did you ever see Miss Wade pull Miss Bowers' hair?
No.
Did you ever see Miss Wade choke or strangle Miss Bowers?
Never.
Okay. How long would you say this incident lasted?
The course of about maybe 90 seconds.
Okay.
So
And
if
what
you didn't see anything,
happened
what was the
at
incident?
the end of the interaction between your sisters? So once your parents come down, what happens after that?
Once my dad came first, there were words back and forth. Then my mom came just seconds later, and then he tells us, just get out, just go, just get out. Rhonda exits first, and then I follow, and we left.
Okay, so you never saw any police?
Never.
Okay. Did anyone ever indicate to you that they were going to call the police?
No.
And how much time passed before you learned that the incident had been reported to the police?
It was close to about 2 months.
Okay. What was your reaction to that?
I would say astonished, because what transpired wasn't worthy of placing a call, I would say.
Okay. Did you ever give a statement to police regarding the interaction between your sisters that day?
No, I didn't know that they were called.
Okay. Why are you testifying today?
I'm going to object to the broad nature of that question. That could yield a million different responses that might not be relevant.
Yeah, what, can you narrow your question down?
Yes, I will rephrase
Yeah, I think the objections are.
Would you ever lie about this?
No.
And if you saw your sisters engage in a fight, would you interject?
I'm going to object to speculation.
Sustained.
I don't think that's speculation. This is their sister. She's saying if she saw her sisters fighting, would she have interjected? I think she can answer that.
Of course, they're both my sisters.
Did you ever see anyone with any
Look at the
injuries?
juror who's playing guitar. He's
No.
fidgeting with the hands. He's strumming. Oh, now he's taking notes. No injuries.
Is what you told the jury today what you saw on June 13th of 2025?
Yes.
Cross-examination. Please use the lectern so we can see you.
All right, Miss Wells. Rhonda's your sister, right?
Correct.
And you guys have both parents in common?
Correct.
And did you two grow up together?
Yes.
Did you live together for your entire childhood?
Yes.
How far apart are you in age?
About 2 years, sometimes 3.
Are you close with your sister?
Yes.
Is she older or younger than you?
Younger.
Okay. Do you feel protective of her?
Both, or we're just.
I'm talking about Rhonda. Do you feel protective of Rhonda?
Yes.
Okay. And growing up, did you look after Rhonda? She's your younger sister.
I would say so.
Okay. And is it fair to say you don't want to see Rhonda in trouble?
Not if wrongful.
So it's a yes or no question. Do you want to see Rhonda get in trouble?
No.
Okay. Now let's talk about Carleona. Do you have one or two parents in common with Carleona?
One.
And how much older are you than Carleona?
About 12, 13 years.
Okay. So you're fair to say you did not grow up with Carleona.
I did.
Okay. But you were 13 years old when she was born. Sounds like you did a lot of growing up before she ever existed, right?
A lot of care for her, yes.
Okay. My question is not did you care for her after she was born? Ages 0 to 13, she didn't even exist, isn't that right?
Correct.
Okay. Fair to say that you're much closer with Rhonda than you are with Carleona?
Not true.
Okay, so you're just as close with the two of them. That's your testimony today?
Yep.
Okay. To this day, right now, you two are just as close.
No.
Okay.
Which two are you talking about?
You're just as close with Rhonda as you are with Carleona today.
No.
Okay. Now, isn't it true, in fact, that you and Rhonda came to court together today?
Yes.
Okay, and isn't it true that you and Rhonda, your mother, is here in the courtroom right now?
No.
Okay. Now, but you have other family in the courtroom, right?
My sister.
Okay. And moving past, let's talk about this June 13th thing. Why did the two of you go over to the other house?
To speak to our mother.
Okay. Did anyone invite you over there?
There's an open door policy.
Okay, so the answer is no.
I wouldn't say no.
Okay, my question is, did someone text you and say, hello, Tella and Rhonda, please come over?
No.
Okay, and you didn't live there, right?
No.
So when you guys arrived at that house, you had no reason to believe anyone knew that you were there?
By knocking.
Prior to knocking, you had no reason to think that anyone in that house knew you were there? Is that
No.
right? Now, let's talk about, so Carleona answered the door, right?
Correct.
Okay. And did you guys start arguing immediately?
Not immediately, but I want to say about within 3 seconds of entering the home.
Not immediately.
And what were
We
you
waited
arguing
3
about?
seconds.
Carleona was upset that we were knocking at the door so early, waking her out of her sleep.
Okay. So now let's talk about these gestures. You said that Rhonda made gestures towards Carleona. Is that right?
No, I had said Carleona had her hand in Rhonda's face, and then after that, Rhonda moved her hand moved Carleona's hand out of her face.
Okay, so Rhonda gently, politely moved Carleona's hand out of her face. That's what happened?
Correct.
And then at that point, everyone just left?
Nope, my father came down. He had words, trying to figure out what was going on, and then didn't really know what exactly happened. And then
Okay, so how long were the two of you there?
Why would the father show up if there wasn't a fight going on?
Again, it was like, I want to say less than 2 minutes.
Just to make sure I'm understanding this, you came over to talk with your mother. Carliana answered the door. You guys argued for 2 minutes, then you left. That's what happened?
A little under 2 minutes, yeah.
Okay, so that's what happened. You guys showed up, argued for less than 2 minutes, then
right.
Now, let's talk about going into the house. Did Carliana open the door and then invite you in, say please come into the house?
She opened the door.
So my question is, did she invite you in and say come into the house?
Yes, she opened the door.
Okay, my question is not did she open the door, right? If I go down the road and I knock on a door and someone opens it, does that mean I can just go in? No. My question is, did she invite you in the house?
Yes.
Okay, so she
"Please
opened the
come in."
door, said come into our house, please, and then started arguing because you were there so early? Am I understanding that correctly?
I'm not saying that. She said come into the house, please. That's
Okay, you're saying she invited you in. What did she say that signaled you guys are welcome, you can come on in?
She opened the door.
Okay, so you interpreted opening the door to mean the door is open, therefore I get to go into someone else's house. Is that correct?
Correct. For the
Okay.
open door policy, yes.
Okay, okay.
That's
And
the policy.
who opened
If the door's
screen
open,
door?
you can go in.
Did Carliana open the screen door or just the main door?
The screen door was locked. So she opened the main door, Carliana opened the main door and unlocked the screen door. Rhonda then proceeded to open up the screen door.
Okay. And did Rhonda say she was coming in before she went in?
I don't remember that.
Okay, so you don't recall if Rhonda said, I'm coming in, or if she just went in?
Don't remember.
Don't recall. And you agree that Rhonda went in before you went?
I agree.
Okay. And can you describe how she went in? Did she calmly stroll in, or did she kind of burst in?
Opened the door and entered the residence.
Okay, I understand that she opened the door and entered the residence. I wanted you to tell me about how she went in.
Normally, like she opened the door and entered the residence.
Okay.
Like not in a particular way.
Okay. Now, you testified on direct that you first found out that Carliana went to the police about 2 months later, right?
Right.
So you found out in August of 2025 then?
Correct.
Okay, and it is now August of 2026.
Correct.
Okay, so over the last calendar year, did you ever go to the police and say, actually, no one assaulted anyone?
No.
Okay. And over the last calendar year, did you ever call the Union County Prosecutor's Office and say, you guys got it twisted, no one assaulted anyone, why is my sister charged?
Council approach, wait a minute, council approach.
Sidebar. Let's see if we can skip part of this. There we go. Sidebar's over. Took about 2 minutes.
You can proceed.
Now, did you give a statement to the public, or to the, did you give a statement to Ms. Straub's investigator?
I'm not sure who that is.
Okay. Did you give a statement about this to someone? Did someone contact you for a statement?
I believe so. I don't remember any names.
Okay. I have no further questions.
And you redo it.
Ms. Wells? Do you make any distinction between full-blooded sister or half-blooded sister?
I do not.
So you love them both the same?
They're both my sisters, yes.
Okay. Would you consider yourself protective of all your siblings?
Yes.
When you arrived at your parents' residence that morning, did Carliana ever say no, come back later?
Never.
You were subpoenaed to be here today?
Correct.
Okay. Who subpoenaed you to be here today?
Prosecution.
Prosecution.
Yes.
But they did not call you before their case rested, did they?
I never received a call from prosecution.
Okay. So, and you also, did you testify before testifying for me? Did you testify for Mr. Marshman today?
No.
No. Okay.
This is my first time meeting him today.
Okay. It's your first time talking to any investigative person, any person associated with law enforcement.
I had spoke to someone previously, but again, I don't remember her name, or his name. It was way back.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't remember.
Okay, but you don't, do you call into question that you were there that entire time?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
You were there the whole time?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And you're aware that there's ring camera footage showing that you arrived that day? You got there when Rhonda got
I'm
there?
going to object. Her knowledge of the existence of footage is irrelevant.
Okay.
Objection sustained. Is that all your questions?
Yes, thank you.
Any questions from the jury? I have a couple questions relative to you arriving at the home. This is both your parents' home?
Correct.
Okay. Do you have to get permission to come to your parents' home generally?
Never.
Okay. And what about authority? Would Carliana have the authority to tell you that you couldn't come in?
No.
Okay. Any questions from the jury? No. Did you ever see your sisters on the ground?
No.
I'm not sure who wrote this question. I'm not sure the second portion of the question, but I can ask this. Do you recall hearing words exchanged, or what was while you were inside the house? Was it between were you exchanging words, or was just your sisters exchanging words?
Just my sisters.
Okay.
Like, oh, so nice of you to visit. Come on in.
Previous testimony was about the time that you all arrived.
Correct.
Was anything else being said?
No, more so it was about when we entered, she kind of had like an attitude, like we disrupted her sleep.
Oh. I don't know what the other portion of the question is, but counsel, you can look at the first portion.
Let's see. So in case this one is hilarious. Just what I needed to listen to this afternoon. I've been heavy for a while on my trial. Yep. That other one's a doozy. Perhaps there's no crime wherever this is taking place. It's almost done.
Any other questions from the jury for this witness? recross, redirect, other way.
One last
Recross,
question.
redirect.
Just one last question.
Redirect.
Did you ever see Brianna Williams that morning?
No. Any other questions?
No questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, this could be excused from the stand, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
Your Honor.
Okay, as well as this is sequestration order, you're not allowed to discuss your testimony with any other witness, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you're free to go. You can call your next witness.
Defense calls Mr. Joseph Reed.
Sorry, can you address this outside the presence of the jury for this witness testifies?
Absolutely, you can let the jury out.
Bye-bye,
All right.
jury. Bye-bye. Got an issue to sort out. Let's let the jury leave. They sit down. There they go. Shut the door and stay out. Oh, here comes the witness. Go outside. Go outside. Don't come in yet. Okay, now we're ready. Are we not going to get to hear this one? Judge. We don't get to hear it. You don't get to hear any of it? Yeah, none. Zero. Whatever the sidebar was, whatever the little mid-trial mayhem that was brought up, the judge sorted it out on her own, didn't need our help. Oh, man, Tammy Lee. It rained inside my living room yesterday. When I don't know, we got like 4 inches in 2 minutes or something. It was nuts. But stay dry. What's with the Ryan Holleyall's live for? Is it Ohio right now? That's getting all sorts of. Judge forgot the mic moment for the bingo. Ohio's getting a whole bunch of rain and attention. We are going to admire the ceiling tiles while the jury comes back in. There we go. And we're back down.
Defense calls Miss Rhonda Wade to the stand.
Ooh, defendant takes the stand, says it in their own words. Here we go. Scary, stormy in Ohio right now.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Oh man, Kristen. Hope everyone's
Try
okay
to
there.
keep your voice loud and clear. I think you heard the instructions a number of times, so we won't go through all of that. We can proceed.
Miss Wade, what is your relationship to Miss Bowers?
I'm her older sister.
Okay. And how close would you say
I'm
your
her older
relationship
sister.
had been prior to June 13th?
We're very close.
Very close.
Very.
To what degree? Like, explain that.
So she would know that she would do my nails.
We do each other's
We would go
nails.
to the studio. We would make music together.
Speak up.
We would go to the studio. We would make music together and hang out all the time.
Well, they're musicians
And she'd always be at my house.
or magicians, one of the two.
And I think you've heard, but you've been here the entire time. So there is an allegation against your husband. What was your response to that?
When I found out,
Yes.
my response to Carolina.
Yes.
I welcomed her with open arms. We cried together, talked about it, and I even was supposed to be a witness on the investigation.
Okay. So on June 13th, what was your relationship to your ex-husband at that time?
I had filed for divorce already, and we were estranged. I had a PPO. We had been no contact for a while.
Okay.
About being.
And what was your stance on the ongoing litigation? What role were you going to play in that?
I was under the impression that I was going to be a witness for my sister.
Now, directing your attention to June 13th, where were you around 8:30 a.m.?
My parents' house.
Okay, well, really 8:32, let me be specific. And who were you with?
My older sister, Kelly.
Okay. And what happened when you got to your parents' house?
I knocked on the door, and it took a minute to answer, so I knocked for probably like 30 seconds or so.
Like that?
Carliana opened the door.
Okay.
And she unlocked the screen door, and I swung it open. When I went inside, we started arguing because she asked me, she's never talked to me like this. She asked me why the F was I banging on the door like that.
Okay.
So immediately we start arguing. I asked her, why do you think you can talk to me like that? She's still a teenager, she's not supposed to curse. We go back and forth to the point of like we're face to face. Well, we were always face to face because she was still right there, but we have words back and forth. And she told me to get the F out her face. And I kept telling her, like, you're a child. And she raised her arm to me. And she does.
I'm gonna object to the woman there. At this point, I think that the needs to be directed a little bit more.
Okay.
Objection sustained.
After you were face to face and you exchanged some words, did she do anything?
She raised her hand to me after she told me to get out her face. I didn't.
Loves two crimes. Thank you.
What was the show? Just kind of
That is
demonstrate.
awesome.
Like, what did that look like?
She raised her hand like she was being given.
Okay.
Like she just kept saying, "Get the F out my face," because we were screaming back and forth.
And what was your response to that?
Well, I told her she had my son's name tattooed across her whole arm.
Okay.
And I told her, like, you got nerve, and I moved her arm on my face.
Okay, because you saw that.
Just because she put her arm up, period. But I just told her, you have nerve to even put that up in my face.
I just want the record to reflect, you were raising your right arm? Your right hand?
My right arm.
hand?
Yep, but
is that what you're saying?
My sister.
She raised her right hand?
Yes, imitate my sister.
Okay, I understand that. I just wanted to make it clear for the written record.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And then, was the hand open or closed? It was closed, so balled up like a fist. Okay, and then you also demonstrated, I believe, with your left hand?
My left hand, because I was facing her.
Okay, to move her hand push your hand out of your way?
Yeah.
Okay. If that's an accurate description, the record will reflect that.
Who was in the room when this interaction was occurring?
Me, Carliana, and then Stella.
Okay, you call her Bubbles.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why you were going to say that. Okay. And did you ever see anyone else?
No.
Okay.
My parents did.
Okay. Did you ever see Miss Brianna Williams?
No.
Okay. Was your sister's door open?
No.
Okay. And you didn't see anybody in the bathroom down the hall either, right?
No, the bathroom door was open.
Okay. Did you ever strike your sister?
No.
Did you ever pull her hair?
No.
Did you ever choke your sister?
No.
Did you ever wrestle her down to the ground?
No.
Did you ever witness her urinate on herself?
No.
Did Miss Wells see the entire interaction between you two?
Yeah.
Loves true
And how
crimes.
close was she?
Super generous of you today. Thank you so much.
Was about like right behind us. So I had my back to so I'm not sure how close she was to me, but she like the living room living back there. So she was like right in proximity from front door to maybe like 3 to 4 feet out into the front door.
So right there.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long do you think it took from the moment you entered that house to your parents coming down? How long did that interaction take?
I'd say maybe about 45 to 50 seconds. I think they were already coming down from the knocks at the door though.
Okay. And when your father asked you to leave, did you object to that in any way?
I didn't object. We had words before he asked me to leave. We wanted to know what was going on and why we were yelling. And it was 8:30 in the morning. He just got off of work, so he was upset as well.
Okay.
And we kind of went back and forth for a minute. And then my mom came down and she just asked us what's going on. But everybody was, like cussing and we were all yelling back and forth.
So a family disagreement was happening?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, after your parents come down and they just tell y'all what happens next?
We left.
You left?
Yeah.
Okay. On the video, it looks like we see you turn around.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about that.
They came out onto the front porch right after, and we kind of argued back and forth on the front porch. They were just asking like what the F is going on. Don't come here. And Carliana kind of came to the front door and was like, just make them leave. So we left walking.
Did you ever see police?
No.
Okay. Did you ever hear anybody say they were going to call police?
No.
Did an investigator or police officer ever reach out to you to collect your statement?
Never.
Did the prosecutor's office ever reach out to you to collect your statement?
No.
When did you first learn that Ms. Bowers was accusing you of assault?
In court. I went to jail on my way to work one night. I had no idea that I had a warrant for it. Okay. So in court, I didn't even know they said assault is what I was arrested for. I seen the judge about 4 or 5 hours later.
Okay. Did you see any injuries? Did anybody sustain any injuries?
No, I didn't see her after I was at the house.
Okay. What was your reaction when you learned that charges had been pressed against you for assault?
Objection relevance to her reaction of learning there were charges.
You have respond to the objection.
Yes, Your Honor. I think it matters if she was maybe surprised or didn't anticipate that.
I was confused.
You were
confused? Yeah.
Why?
Because it's assault never happened. And under my impression, when in court, I asked like, what is assault? And they said it's simple as yelling at somebody. So that's like, okay, maybe, but I was still surprised because she's like my little sister and I was great. I never touched her.
Okay. So you did mention that she put her hand up.
Yeah,
right.
I never assaulted her first.
So
I moved her arm. It was never like intentional. I'm gonna hurt you, hit you. It was just head.
Cross-examination.
It was a hit.
Ms. Wade, you've been present in the courtroom for the duration of this trial, right?
Yeah.
And you had the opportunity to watch your sister's testimony, right?
Yeah. Which
And
one?
the sister who testified.
Both of them
You have the opportunity to watch testimony from both of your sisters, right?
Yeah.
You have an opportunity to watch Rhonda Williams' testimony, right?
Yes.
Is it fair to say that you had a chance to tailor your testimony to work well with all of them?
No.
You haven't had the opportunity to.
I have ample opportunity, but my testimony had to change.
Now let's talk about you going over there on June 13th. Yeah. Were you invited over?
No.
Is it this open door policy that your sister testified about?
Of course, we were very close in the family.
And why were you going over that morning?
Just because my mother.
Okay. And what did you want to speak with your mother about?
Objection, Your Honor.
What objection? Why is that relevant?
Because my position is that she wanted to be up her sister. So the real reason why
I do not want to know what she went to speak to her mother about. I don't think it's relevant. Someone going to speak to their mom is not relevant.
Unless it had to do with the sister.
Okay.
Objection sustained. What you're trying to get at, you can ask that in a leading question. You don't have to ask about what she was going to speak to her mom about.
Now let's talk about you going into the house. You agree that you went into the house?
Yeah.
Were you invited inside the house?
Not with words, with actions. The door was open and she stepped back.
Okay, so your testimony is that Carliana stepped back.
She opened the door opened inwards into the home. She unlocked the screen and suddenly stepped back with the door.
Now we're going to put up, already admitted as People's Forward.
It's the video.
All right, where my cursor is on People's Forward, would you agree that that person is you?
That is.
And would you agree that you kind of burst in once the door opened?
Swung the door open.
My question is, would you agree that you burst in?
No, because the door was open. So I swung open the screen.
Okay, but I'm asking about you. Watch yourself as you go into the house.
I said no.
I said no, I swung
So
the door.
that's how you always go through doors running through like that?
I swung the door open and I didn't.
So I'm not asking about the door being open.
There's an objection. Did you rephrase your question? Is that what happened?
I asked if that's how she always
Is that how she always? That is a different question. You can answer that question. Objections overruled.
No, I don't always run through doors.
Okay.
We don't always run through doorways.
Yeah.
This was a rare exception. Somebody's parked in front of the garbage can. That's what bugs me about this video, because the garbage man is going to come in. It's not going to get emptied.
Yeah.
Video inception.
Going back to People's One. Now, do you have any reason to dispute that this actually is a picture of a scrape on your sister's knee?
That's what it appears to be. I don't dispute it.
And
I couldn't hear your answer.
I said that's what it appears to be. I don't dispute it.
Okay. And you heard your sister's testimony that she got this scrape as a result of your actions, correct?
She didn't remember exactly how. She
Okay, my question is, you remember her testimony that it was your actions that caused the scrape, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But your position here today is that what she was saying is not true.
Not true at all. There was a lot of.
So your position is that she was fabricating when she said that you caused that scrape. Is that right?
She could have had that from the day.
So my question is, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Moving on to People's 2. Would you agree that right there is a bruise on her leg?
It seems to be.
Okay.
It's very light.
And it's your testimony today that when she said that bruise was caused by the event she described, she was fabricating that, right?
Yes. She never.
Okay. She was making it up. It was a product of her imagination.
Yes. Fabrication.
Now on to People's 3. That scratch on her head again. Is it your testimony today that her statement that you caused that is false?
That I caused it?
Yes. It's your position that her testimony is false. You did not cause that.
Yes.
Defense is like.
Now, your sister Tella testified, and you saw that, right?
Correct.
Had you and your sister talked about this incident prior to this trial?
We have the day that it happened, and then after I went to jail for it.
Okay. When was the last time the two of you talked about what happened?
When we went to my attorney's office together, and she took statements.
Okay. Were the two of you together when these statements were taken?
She was interviewed separately.
Okay. So when did this happen? The two of you went in and took these statements?
I want to say maybe May, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. But the two of you were separate when you gave your statements?
Yeah.
Did she hear the statement you gave?
No, she gave her statement.
So no, she didn't hear the statement you gave.
No.
When was the last time the two of you sat down and talked through what happened?
Probably the last time we were in her office thoroughly, and then, we talked about it here and there.
So I mean, the two of you, to be clear, I'm talking about you and Tella to each other. When was the last time you and Tella talked to each other about what happened?
Every so often we get mentioned. I can't pinpoint my time.
Okay, so it's been a regular occurrence that the two of you talked through what happened?
Every so often, not anything we just say, hey.
Now let's talk about some of these details. You testified on direct that your sister's bedroom door was closed.
Yes.
Okay. And you testified on direct that the bathroom door was open.
Yes.
Okay, so just to be clear, now, more than 1 year later, you remember which doors in that house were open and closed.
The bathroom light was on, I remember correctly.
Okay, so my question is, do you remember which doors were open and closed?
Yes.
Okay.
She wants to answer the question. She wants the way she does. She does not want
Was
to answer
it
the
one of
question
your
the way it's
parents or
asked.
both of your parents who was in this house?
Both of them.
Okay. And am I correct? You testified on direct that your parents asked you to leave?
Yes.
You know, it was just a normal family argument. You were told to leave.
Yes, I don't think so.
Okay.
She says, yes, I don't live
Now,
there.
let's talk about the arm move. You described, sounds like you and Tella both described it as moving the arm. Both use the same word, right?
Move, push.
Where, can you just describe once again what was happening with Carleona's arm when you moved it?
She had her hand raised to me. She was telling me to get the F on her face. And she raised her hand. And I swatted it out her arm after we had a little bit more work about
So
it.
you swatted it out of her arm.
I swatted it out.
Swatted it out, okay.
With my,
So did she invite you to swat her arm?
no, but I also didn't invite her to raise her fist.
So you have to answer my question.
I did.
And would you agree that it would be offensive to someone to swat their arms?
Not when you feel like somebody.
So that was just in general, would you agree that it is offensive to someone to swat their arms?
In general, yes.
Okay.
And also,
So just to make sure I'm understanding, we just saw you burst in through the door. You show up at the house unannounced, burst in through the door, are up in her space, and then you had the right to put your hands on her because she lifted her fist and didn't want you there. Is that correct?
If I can see it from you, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm thinking the girl on the stand
Now we're going
is
to go
probably
over
guilty.
to people's fine.
But there's more to this story than what we're hearing, I'm sure. As Judge Boyd, or as one judge said, I think it was even today, the truth is somewhere in the middle. I think it's was it Middleton that said that? The truth somewhere in the middle? No, that was Webster. Who said that?
And now, do you agree that that right there on people's five is you on your way out?
Yes.
This is 8:30.
And you're so mad you're not even walking straight. You're all over the sidewalk. Almost in the grass on both sides.
It's right there at the end, and was that you?
Yeah.
Coming back to yell more at people in the house?
Yes, they came out onto the porch. We were all yelling.
They came out on the porch. Somebody's still in the doorway.
Now, how did the argument start between you and her?
When I came in, she said, "Why the F are you knocking at the door this hard?"
So just make sure I understand, okay? She opened the door, stepped from the side for you to come in, and then from there turned to, why the F are you knocking on the door so hard?
She threw out her hand on the doorknob and said, "Why the F are you knocking at the door so hard?" And from there,
yeah, that doesn't make sense.
We have a 10-year difference. So
okay,
I didn't hear you.
Thank you.
I said there's a 10-year age gap, so her speaking to like that wasn't normal.
I just have a question before you do. You say your dad, I just got home from work.
He works mornings or he works nights, so he works overnight. So he usually gets home around like 7:30, 8.
Okay, so you're assuming he just had
Yeah,
got it.
we usually stop by all the time because I work nights as well.
Okay, and so on this particular date in question, did your father come and separate or pull you off your sister?
No.
Okay. You can redirect.
I think the judge is siding with the witness that's on the stand right now.
Miss Wade, you've argued with your sisters before, right?
Yeah.
Was this incident any different?
With me and her, yes.
Okay, how so?
She never cussed at me like that before.
Okay.
So it was kind of like, what's going on?
Okay. I can't really hear you.
I said she's never cursed at me like that before, so it was like more so surprising what's going on in my.
Okay. So then when she raised her hand to you, that took you completely aback.
Of course.
And so what was your intention when you moved her hand?
Well, to stop her from potentially hitting me, we were face to face.
Okay.
Any questions from the jury?
Hello. Procedural matters, and unfortunately, you have.
I still need to cut that off. I've got plenty of time today. I can do it right now. That procedural matters, and unfortunately, I need to cut that audio off. Hold, please. Jury questions are coming in. Counsel called up. What was that? It's the hello command, right? Chat commands. Chatbot.
Hello,
hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's just one of the hellos that has a problem.
Hello, hello.
Not that one. Audio. Okay, we've got
Hello.
that one. This
Hello.
one. That one.
Hello, hello.
That one.
Hello. Hello. Procedural matters, and unfortunately, you have
It's
not.
this one. Okay, we're just gonna get rid of that one. And done. Okay, I fixed it. I just deleted that one.
After the date of June 13th, when this family argument situation took place, did you and your sister Carliana have any more communication with each other since then, prior to you being arrested?
No, my mother called me that same day though, and spoke on Carliana's behalf.
Okay, but what I want to know was, in between that date and the date that you were arrested, did you and Carliana just not speak anymore?
No, we didn't speak at all.
Oh, okay. I think that answers the second question. Any more questions?
Can I ask a follow-up from the jury question?
You can.
Did you reach out to Carliana at all after this interaction?
I didn't. My mother stated not to come there.
You said you didn't what?
I didn't. My mother stated not to come near her house or reach out to her.
My mom said not to come near our house again. Mom took a side.
Okay, you may be excused, ma'am. Any other witnesses for the defense?
No, Your Honor. Defense first.
Okay.
Let's go straight to closing.
Jury of moment to repeat themselves while we go over composite instructions. You're still not free to deliberate.
Scratch all that. Oh, that was terrible.
To the jury room.
We're live. We can't jump any further ahead. Trust me, I've tried. This is it. They're going over the jury instructions. She does this in Word? That's awesome. I guess it is a Word document. Don't think it's mom on the back row. He testified that was a sister, another sister. Like one of the 10. It's poll time. This judge, I believe, does not delete videos, and it's already 5 o'clock. You guys have put in a full
Hello.
day. I hate to keep you late, especially because dinner's waiting here. I think we're gonna catch the summary tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. It's not Thursday. For those of you who are like me thinking today was Wednesday, it's not. Today is only Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. So we're going to do the hump day yell first thing in the morning. We're probably going to catch the verdict on this and see which sister goes to jail, if any. I don't even think jail time. Honestly, for a little fight like this, I'm sorry. I should not minimize domestic, and I'm not trying to minimize domestic violence. It's not good. Any is bad. On the scale of things, most people with sisters could be like, "Oh yeah, that was a Tuesday for us," right? This maybe I'm reading this wrong, and if I am, correct me, and I will. I'll bow to greater wisdom than that which I possess. So tomorrow I'll watch the solar eclipse here in my country. Are there?
Hello.
Was there there was like meteor shower or something? Was that last week? Did I miss that? The Perseoids or something again? We shouldn't leave a fight unresolved overnight. Yeah, the best marriage advice I ever got was actually, I think it was if you have to fight, do it in the nude. I don't remember. There was some good advice I got about fighting and not doing it as when I got married. But there you go. I think we're going to end it on this one. That was it. Don't go to bed mad. That was it. I'm sorry. I knew there was a lot of advice. Some was better than others. I'm sorry. Sorry. Stories. No story. I will tell you this. This is what I'll tell you. There was a time in my life when, as a side business, I made wedding videos. And Perseid showers tomorrow night. Okay, I didn't miss it. Thank you, Big Sky. I love that Big Sky told us when to look to the sky. I was a wedding videographer. And man, I've got some stories. Like, I've told you that the mother of the bride is the one you have to watch out for. Okay, the bride and the groom, they're just as happy as can be. Almost always, it's their day. Unless a guest or a family member brings drama, they're just oblivious to the outside world. Okay, they're just doing their thing, getting their photo shoot, hanging out with friends. Benefiting off everything that's set up and to celebrate their occasion. They're great. They're never a problem. The mother of the bride, though, for me, has been the wild card. When I was the wedding tape our eyes forehead? Okay, a little too soon, Purple Coconut. Too soon on that one. It's still a little raw. Last night was rough, but they have a vision of what they would like to have on camera. Like in their mind, their daughter, or I guess it could be son and mother. It's the mother of the person getting married. Their son or daughter is about to experience this fairy tale wedding, and I am going to document it in such a way that it looks like a fairy tale, a dream come true for mom and for everybody else. I don't know what dreams some of these ladies have had about their kids. But I try to keep my wedding videos at least on a PG-13 level or higher. Okay, so like if the what is the MPAA, whoever gives the ratings to movies, if they had to grade one of my videos, wedding videos, when it was done and give it a rating, I'd like it PG-13 or higher. Okay, so basically kid friendly. At that point, maybe not youngster. It might have a little, little sass and humor. And I mean, there's anytime you're chasing a garter, there's some things in it, right? You just can't miss. But anyway, That's enough said. There's just mother of the bride comes in and wants, other things included in the video, like the daughter's getting ready for the reception or the wedding. Like they want to film her getting ready, and I'm like, I'm just being dragged around like a puppy on a leash, just pointing the camera around, trying to capture everything so I can edit it later and have it ready for the final video, in 3 hours, which usually what they want. It's like, will this be ready tonight? After I've just spent the day filming the couple, at like 6 locations. And I've gone through every single battery I own and charging things in the car and running, sweating. And they're like, oh, if you need a bottle of water, we can get you one. And, is that better? I don't want to start. I don't want to start. Let me just say, it's, no, we can't edit in 3 hours. No, we can't have it ready if you get married in the morning. We can't have it ready for the reception that night. No, I don't turn around to videos that I could. It'll be 3 minutes long. It'll be in slow motion and have 4 shots in it and 1 song. That's it. But no, and yeah, and there's only one of me. So if you do want to have balloons fall from the ceiling during the daddy-daughter dance, simultaneously watching the reaction of like 6 generations of family as they all stand and ooh and ah and smile at this dance, just know that I can only film one of those things at once, right? And if I bring a second camera, I can get 2. But that's the most. And the second camera it's locked down. And so after when the video comes in and you're like, oh, you got them kissing, but you didn't get the simultaneous reaction on grandma's face because she was wearing grandma's dress. And I wanted you to, that was really what we wanted. Is there a way we could get a discount on this? Yeah, don't get me started. Don't get me started. I'm experiencing PTSD right now because of this. I don't know how we got here. I'm sorry. Life is good. Life is good. I need to fill out a grievance form. I need dinner. I think I'm hangry. I think I'm hangry is what it is.
Remember in the beginning when we started 110 years ago?
You wear multiple hats.
We wouldn't have chosen you as a videographer. You knew it wasn't going to be ready the same day.
Thank you, sir. You're my new best friend.
The same day. I've literally been filming nonstop. From the reception through the dinner and now at the reception at the same location. I've filmed nonstop through the day. When did you expect me to edit this? And on whose big TV production? I was supposed to bring that as well? Yeah. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. To all you aspiring young videographers, please do yourself a favor. Avoid filming weddings. Period. If you see a wedding, run. Yes, the money looks really good. It's not. It's not worth it. You will develop ulcers. You'll probably get cancer, and you'll definitely develop a hatred for mothers of the bride, and none of that's healthy. So, tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love, smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe till we go live again tomorrow morning, as we're going to check in and see where we're at on jury selection with the Keefe D trial. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. Try funerals instead, they say still. I feel so awkward.
Like, Lord.
So
I have.
We would lose our jury instructions if we did.
I looked through the criminal procedure rules before, and their last picture was.
They just turned on the music.
Yeah, it just,
Yeah.
not necessary for our purposes.
You gotta send in the jury instructions the day after the complaint is.
No, literally. You can release them. They need to be back at 8:30 tomorrow.
Yay! See, we would have missed it anyway. That's what I'm saying. The music ended. I missed the outro, but the jury went home anyway. It's not like we missed it. All right. Anyway, I was saying something very important, which I forgot. Remind me. Maybe we'll put it into a. I'm sorry. Are you crying in a good way? Coffee Canines, I hope I didn't awaken any long-seated, deeply held resentment or PTSD or anything else. I'm hoping that I was not the cause of that. Funerals. I feel so awkward filming dead people. And maybe this is like a carryover from my days when I worked a little bit with media, because as a TV videographer, you don't film dead bodies, period. You might be called out to show up at a crash scene at an accident. You do not get an angle where there's a body. Even just having like a white sheet over a car, that's like pushing it. That's pushing it. You don't go further than that. And so this is like ingrained in me. And then you show up to document a funeral. First of all, it's probably the most boring video you'll ever watch in your life. But just a row of people, all either sad or pretending to be sad. Usually they're in one of those two categories. A few people have been happy, and that's a little weird too. It's weird filming them. But then when it's like your turn to like document the body, you're like, okay, and everybody's here, and there's the star of the show. He's still here, hasn't moved. Hey, what's up? What angle do you get? It's like, is it from the feet looking up? Because then you're looking up the nose, and that's not the good angle. But it sure is awkward to hold your hands with the camera up over the casket trying to get a photo, like a driver's license view, like straight on, because that's their good side. Anyway, don't do wedding videos. I would say skip the funerals as well. If there's something in the middle, also skip birthing videos. That just is a new level of awkward. I know some people do it. It's just crazy. No go. I'll skip that one. But after that, if you want to film T-ball for the kids when they're growing up, that's great. You want to film family reunions, that's great. There's fun activities. There's always something fun that happens at family reunions. That's wonderful. That's amazing. Any life experience thing where it's a graduation from any grade, yay! You got pushed into the next one. The teacher doesn't want you anymore. Yay! Or you graduated college or got a degree or anything else. That's wonderful. So call me if you're an aspiring videographer. Call me. I've got advice for you. And I've also out-talked my outro. So you guys, we will see you in the morning. Have a wonderful evening. And be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. We'll see you guys. Bye.
It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than all of us.